Mitch Cammidge Coaching. How are you today? And man, I hope that your life is going fantastic. We have been talking about the 5 things that every entrepreneur needs to win. Power of yes, power of no, something to chase, something to measure, and something to do. We've spoken about something to chase already. We're going to talk about something to measure. And what does that mean for you as an entrepreneur in business and in life to succeed? Something to measure means being able to look at things in a way that tells us from where we've started to where we are now and where we're going, means that we actually know that we're going to succeed. Something watched can be measured, something measured can grow. So what is something to measure? Well, something to measure, if we talk about business, can be money, cash flow. Is our money today more than it was yesterday? Is that money more than it was a week ago, a month ago, a year ago? What about our financials, the actual financial health of the business? Our gross operating profit or our sales, our cost of goods, our expenses, the net profit that we have. So the gross operating, our actual cost of goods, what it costs for our business to run, our expenses, what it takes to keep our lights on, doors open, net profit, are we up or down for the year based on financial health of the business, and then our actual cash. Do I have more money in the bank today than I did tomorrow? Do I have more tomorrow than I will last week? Do I have more next week than I did this week, etc., so on and so forth. Next, well, let's talk about here. What's going on inside my head? Is there a way for me to measure what it is? Can I measure my satisfaction? Can I measure my relationship? Can I measure my sense of well-being as well? So we got money, we got our sense of ourself as well. Can I measure that number? Can I put something to it and say, today I'm here, tomorrow I'm there? Measurement, fitness-wise, body mechanics. Am I losing weight? Am I gaining more muscle? What do the measurements say when I go to the gym and I change pins for the workout machine that I'm working at right now? Are they increasing based on where they were yesterday, last week, last month, last year? Weight loss. Am I losing weight? Am I looking to gain weight? What's the reason? What's the perspective? If I don't know what it is that I want to do to start with, so remember, we've got something to chase. First of all, we have to be specific. Once we've been specific about the things that we're chasing, in other words, our goals and our results, then we can start to build the measurement. We can decide where is our baseline? What is the number, figure, fact, or the basis that we're going to measure success against, in other words, where we're starting, and what does moving forward look like? How much revenue, how much money, success for employees, efficiency for how well we do a job, how fast we do it. What is our satisfaction inside of our relationships? How do we measure our own holistic health? So what are our baselines to start with? Where do we sit at today? Money, satisfaction, joyfulness in life, what success is going to look like going forward, what are we doing today from where we start now, and then what does that look like in the future? If we have trouble deciding on the mechanic or the actual number, then we need to do some research. Nothing is new in life. There are people that have already defined measurements in nearly every aspect of what we consider a full and enriched and fulfilling life, and therefore they can help us to define that. You're watching this video going, well, Mitch, you said something to measure. I'm trying to tell you that you must look at the specific. If I think of my own life, for example, I'm going to measure the revenue in my business. I'm going to measure the cash flow. I'm going to measure my time, as in how much time am I spending in my business at a really high level? How much of me am I taking away to put in the other aspects of my life that are incredibly important? I'm a dad to 4 kids. I've got a wonderful relationship with my wife. I've got really enriched friendships. I've got a wonderful proximity and mentorship circle that I find a great deal of value. But what I find valuable most is that when I get specific and say, what is the next measured step? What is growth in a relationship? What is the outcome or the return that I expect of the relationship? What is the specific, in other words, what is my measurable to tell me that I'm getting what I need out of this first? Then in turn, I can also ask other parties for the measurable. What do you expect from me as a partner? What do you expect from me as a client? What do you expect from me as a spouse? What do you expect from me as a father? What are the parts so that in turn, I have measurables? If I know what you expect from me, then I can judge and relay information in a way that's going to tell you whether I'm successful or not, and then I can adjust. If I in turn relay to you what my expectations are from you, or what I expect from the outcome, or what I expect from my own business, money, relationship, then I can tell whether there's been progress made, and more importantly, I can tell where my efforts must come for success to come. So remember, we start with chasing. What is that we're going to go after so we can be specific about what we're trying to get to? And measurement, we can start with looking at where we stand right now today, where I need to be in a week, a month, or a year, and then I can measure against where I've begun to where I'm going so that I can make course corrections. If I don't know what I'm measuring, you need to ask. If you don't know how to measure, there is more research and, more importantly, hard work by you to define specifically how we measure success. And then from there, we can decide whether or not we are really successful or not. If you still have questions, get at me. I will help you. All right? Remember, first we chase. In other words, figure out what it is that we're going to go after. Then we measure so that we can figure out where we are compared to where we're going to. Make sense? Get after it. I love you.